What was the last property? Hello.
Yes.
So homomorphism. Did I say the reverse of an automata? Interchanging the final and initial and by changing the direction of the arrows. Okay. Okay. Take the notes. Homomorphism. Every one of you, please note down. Homomorphism is a process of substitution in which an input symbol is replaced by a string. An input symbol is replaced by a string. Okay. Now, two input alphabets, sigma and tau. Suppose sigma and tau are the two input alphabets. Suppose sigma is AB and tau can be ABC or ABCD or 0, 1, 2 or 0, 1 or plus minus. So here two input alphabets, they can be anything, but not exactly same. Suppose sigma is AB, tau is AB. No. If sigma is AB, tau can be ABC, something extra will be there. Or completely different can be there. Or only BCD or completely CDF or 0, 1 or plus minus like that. Okay. So two input alphabets. Remember, these two will not be exactly same. What I mean to say, if sigma is 0, 1, 2, then tau also 0, 1, 2. No. Tau can be 0, 1, 2, 3 or only 1, 2, 3 or 2, 3, 4, 5 like that. Okay. Now, if sigma and tau are the two input alphabets, then homomorphism H is defined as sigma to tau star. This one H colon sigma to tau star. That means an input symbol from sigma will be replaced by a string from tau. Okay, copy this part. Copy this whole. Okay, now we see the example. Suppose sigma is A and B and tau is 0, 1, 2 are the two input alphabets. And here, for every symbol in sigma, it will be given as h of a. Suppose in sigma A, B, C are there, then h of a will be given, h of b will be given, and h of c is also given. Okay, here sigma is AB. No, therefore h of a is something over tau star. Here I have given 0, 1, 1, 0, or it can be only 1, 1, or it can be 0, 0, or 0 only, or okay, 2, 1, 0. It can be anything. H of a will be something. Similarly, h of b something. Okay, h of a something will be given. H of b also something will be given. Then a string over sigma star. W is a string over sigma star. Let's W is ABA. W is ABA. Okay, here I have taken the string over sigma star is ABA. Then if W is ABA, then the equivalent string in tau star will be, that is H of W is H of A followed by H of B followed by H of A. Are you following? Here W, H of W is H of A, H of B and H of A. This one. Okay. Now H of A, what is H of A? Here it is given. H of A is given 0010. So in A place, we will replace with 110. Okay, now in B place, we will 220. And again, in this A place, we will replace with 0110. So simply, in A place, see, in A place, we are writing this. In B place, we are writing 220. Similarly, in this A place, we are writing 0110. So simply an input symbol will be replaced by a string. This is called homomorphism. Okay, this is about string. Let the L is a language over sigma, defined over A comma B. Suppose L is this one. W1, W2, W3, W4, these are the strings. Then H of L will be H of W1, H of W2, H of W3, H of W4, so on. Okay. If L is W1, W2, W3, so on, then H of L will be H of W1, H of W2, so on. Okay. So copy this part. This is about homomorphism. Simply homomorphism means an input symbol will be replaced by a string. So I think you have copied this one. Okay. Now from example, you copy this. Hey, come this way. Come this way. Sit. No. Okay. Next. Inverse homomorphism. In homomorphism, what we have done, in A place, we replace with the string. But inverse homomorphism, in this string place, we replace with the symbol. So homomorphism, inverse homomorphism is defined like this: tau star to sigma. That is replacing a string by a symbol. Okay, next. Prefix and suffix. If L is regular, then its prefix is also regular. What are the prefixes of L here? Epsilon, A power L, A power L, B power M, then A power L, B. Example, I'll give you an example. Suppose a string is ABC, then prefixes will be epsilon, A, AB, and ABC. These are the prefixes of ABC. So, if this is the language, then its prefix will be epsilon, A power L, A power L, B power M, then A power L, B power M, C power M. So, this is regular because we can accept epsilon. And this is also regular because we can accept, okay, this a power n. How we can accept? Here L is greater than 0. Okay, here L is greater than 0. So minimum string is A. So this is from initial, we go to final, and after that we will make the loop. And similarly, A power L, B power M, this is also regular. And this is also regular. So if a language is regular, its prefix is also regular. Next, suffix. If L is this one, then suffixes will be epsilon. I write one example here. Suppose ABC is a string, or ABB is a string, then suffixes will be epsilon, B in this, but forward direction only BB, then ABB. Okay, these are the suffixes. Therefore, suffixes for this one, epsilon C power n, B power m C power n, then A power L, epsilon and C power n, B power m C power n, A power L, B power m C. And all these are regular. We have seen this regular or not, how to decide. Okay, if a language L is regular, then its prefix and suffix are also regular. If you have any doubt regarding the prefix and suffix, you can raise your voice. I will explain. Anybody? Hello, are you following?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Next, this is about prefix and suffixes. You want to copy, you can copy. Angel, no. Come here, Angel. Give it to me. Okay. Next, copy this. These 3 and 4. Regular languages are closed under finite union. That is third point. Fourth point, regular languages are not closed under infinite union, and second one, subset. Copy these two, 3 and 4. Okay. Now, what is the meaning of regular language are closed under finite union? Okay. Let us take this language, A power n, B power n. So the powers are same relation, but relation is finite. That is the reason it is regular. And L2, A power n, B power n less than or equal to 5. Relation finite, it is also regular. And L3, A power n, B power n less than or equal to 7. It is also relation finite regular. Like that, I have taken this 50 languages. Okay, take 50 languages and L1 to L50. If I take the union of L1 and L2, if I take the union of L1 and L2, what is L1? A power n, B power n less than or equal to 3. Means epsilon, A, B, A square, B square, A cube, B cube are the strings. And what is L2? Epsilon A B A square B square A cube B cube A power 4 B power 4 A power 5 B power 5. So what will be the union? The union will be epsilon A B A square B square A cube B cube A power 4 B power 4 A power 5 B power 5. So A power n B power n less than or equal to 5. So this is the union of L1 and L2. Is this regular or not? Yes, of course, because it is relation and finite. It is regular. Like that, if I take the union of one more language, that is L1 union L2 union L3, then what will be the union of all these? Okay, then what is the union of L1 and L2 L3? It will be A power n B power n less than or equal to 7. Okay, so this is also regular because it is relation and finite. Like that, take union up to L50. Then what will be the union of all these languages? All these languages, what is the union of all these? A power n B power n less than or equal to 101. So again, the relation and relation is finite, it is regular. Therefore, if you take the union of some finite number of regular languages, say L1 regular, L2 regular, so on, L50 regular, L51 regular, so on, L100. If you take the union of 100 regular, then the result, the result of the language also be regular. Okay, that is the meaning of this. Regular languages are closed under finite union. Now, regular languages are not closed under infinite union. Okay, let us see. Here, the same language I'm taking L1 union, L2 union, L3 union. This is L50. If I take union of 51, 52, 53, so on, infinite, there were infinite number of like L1000, L2000, L1 lakh, like that. Then what will be the union of all these languages? This is L1, this is L2, this is L3, L4, L50, so on, 51. Then what will be the language? Do you say that A power n, B power n less than or equal to infinite? No, n less than or equal to infinite is meaningless. Okay, that is, it will be A power n, B power n greater than or equal to 0. Here, L1 is regular, L2 regular, L3 regular, 51 regular, 52 regular, 1000, L1000 regular, L1 lakh regular, L1 crore is regular. Whereas all of their union, that is A power n, B power n, is not regular. Even though every language is regular, their infinite union A power n, B power n, relation and infinite is not regular. That is the meaning of regular languages are not closed under infinite union. Okay, if you want, you can copy this. Next, this one. Next one, the second subset. A power m, b power n, where m comma n greater than 0. Here the powers are different and no relation. So this is regular. What is this language? It is any number of a's followed by any number of b's. Okay, at least one or more a's followed by one or more b's. A's can be any number, followed by b's can be any number. Here, a's may be more than the b's, or b's may be more than a's, or this language will have equal number of a's and b's. Okay, the strings in this language are a's followed by b's. A's can be more, or b's can be more, or it can have equal also. Okay, this language will have equal number of a's followed by b's. And what are those? A square, b square, a cube, b cube, a power 4, b power 5, a power 5, b power 5, a power 6, b power 6. Like this, how many strings will be there in this language? There will be infinite. I am taking all of them. Those are a's and b's equal in this L. I am taking in L dash. That is a square, b square, a cube, b cube, a power 4, b power 5, a power 5, b power 5, so on infinite. So in general, what is this form? General form: a power I, b power I, a power I, b power I, where I is greater than 0. And this is the relation and infinite not regular. L dash is not regular, whereas L is regular. And here, this L dash, the strings in L dash, we have taken from L only. That is the reason here I wrote L dash is subset to L. L dash is subset to L. Whereas L is regular, but L dash is not regular. That is the reason the subset of a regular language may not be regular every time. Sometimes may be regular. We say closed under subset if it is true in all cases. Okay. In this case, L is regular and its subset is not regular. That is the reason subset is not closed. Okay. Copy this. This is about properties of regular language. So the first topics, two topics are completed: finite automata and regular expressions. Now, if anybody has any doubts, you can ask me. And I have posted some questions in the group. Did anyone see those questions? ये वाला, huh? Hello, Mister.
Yes, yes.
Is this question visible to you?
हाँ
Huh?
सर, हाँ हाँ.
The minimum. Okay. First, we do this question. Try everybody 102. The question number 102, 1.102. Every one of you try this 102 question. I will give you 2 minutes of time. He has given some table. He is asking del of Q2 comma ABA. Means if the machine starts at Q2 and if ABA is the string, after scanning the string, to which states the machine can reach? Is it empty or is it Q0, Q1, Q3? Options are given A, B, C, D. No one? Okay. For this question, construct the diagram first. It will be easy. If you construct the diagram, then it is very easy to solve the question. In Q naught on epsilon, it is going to Q2. In Q naught on A, it is going to Q1. In Q naught on B itself. Okay. Similarly, Q1 on epsilon, A, Q2, Q1 on A, Q2, Q1 on B, Q3, Q3 on B, Q2, Q2 on epsilon, Q naught. This is that equivalent. This is the equivalent diagram for the given transition table. Now, if the machine starts at Q2, if input string is ABA, after scanning this entire input string, what are the states the machine can finally reach? Here, the first symbol is A and the state is Q2. Q2 has not defined for A. So what will happen here? Guys, anybody, please respond. Hello.
Sir, please repeat.
Are you there? If the question is this one, boss. If the machine is at Q2, starts at Q2 and ABA, okay, we are doing that. So here the machine is at Q2 and input symbol is A. So, but Q2 has not defined for A. So what will happen now? Okay, look at this. From Q2, there is an epsilon move from to Q naught. Means the machine can freely, I told you epsilon move. It's like traveling without ticket, free. It's a free transport. So Q2, if the machine is in Q2, it's freely move to Q naught first. Okay. So the machine takes Q epsilon in Q2, then on epsilon where it is going to Q naught. Now the input string is A. So Q naught on A, it is already defined. It goes to Q1. Now B, Q1 is already defined on B. It goes to Q3. And now the input symbol is A. Are you following? From Q2 it comes to Q naught on epsilon. From Q naught it comes to Q1 on A. From Q1 it comes to Q3 on B. Now the machine is at Q3 and input symbol is A. But Q3 has not defined for A. So it stops in Q3. So the machine can reach Q3. Don't decide this. The machine cannot reach Q3. When do you say it can reach Q3? If the string is completed. The string has not scanned completely. Here A is still remaining. So this is not. Okay. We do the other. In Q2, it takes epsilon. On epsilon, it goes to Q naught. Okay. In Q naught on A, it goes to Q1. In Q naught on A, it goes to Q1. Now in Q1, instead of B, it takes epsilon. Look at this. Q1 has defined for epsilon. Q1 and epsilon, it comes to Q2. In Q2, again, it takes epsilon. See, it goes to Q naught. Now in Q naught, it takes B. You can see this one. This one. In Q naught, it takes B and it remains in Q naught only. Now in Q naught, it takes A. Then it goes to Q1 here. Finally, it reaches Q1. And here the string is A, B, A completed. So the machine can reach Q1. Okay, and in Q1, the machine can stop or it can go take Q epsilon. In Q1, it takes epsilon, and then it can come to Q2. It can come to Q2. In Q2 again, it may remain in Q2 or it may take epsilon. Then it can go to. See, are you following? In Q1 on epsilon, it comes to Q2. So the machine can stop in Q2. Okay, or in Q2 again it takes epsilon, it goes to Q0. So the machine can reach Q0 also. Now in Q0 it has not defined for epsilon, so it stops in Q0. So the machine can stop in Q1, or it can stop in Q2, or it can stop Q0, and input string is scanned completely. So the possible states are the Q0, Q1, Q2. So this is the answer. Answer is this one, C. C is the answer, Q0, Q1, Q2. Do you understand?
Yes,
Do you
sir.
have any doubt? Copy this one. Okay, next. Now see this one, mister. Someone has asked me the 100 question. Question number 100. You try this 100 question. Question number 100. Please, every one of you try this. The minimum possible number of states of a DFA that accept the language L equal to W1, A, W2, such that W1 and W2 belongs to AB whole star, where modulus W1 equal to 2 and modulus W2 greater than or equal to 3 is. Easy question. This much of time. The minimum number of states of a DFA that accepts this one, W1, A, W2, where W1, W2 are the combination of A and B, and the modulus of W1 is 2, modulus of W2 is greater than or equal to 3. Here, W1 is exactly length 2, followed by A, and followed by W2. W2 is length minimum 3, or it can have more. Nobody? Hello? Are you there? Look at this.
Yes, sir.
W1. The first symbol can be A or B. Second symbol can be A or B. So this is W1. Length 1, length 2. First symbol can be A or B. Second symbol can be A or B. Then followed by A. This one. After that, W2 length 3. So this is length 1, length 2, A or B, length 3. So W1, W2, length 1, length 2, length 3. It can have, the W2 can have length have more than 3 also. So self loop. Minimum length 1, 2, 3. The W2 length minimum 3 can be more than that, self loop. Okay. So this is, see, length W1 length 1, 2. After that A. After that length 1, 2, 3. Okay, this is okay. Here, the first symbol can be anything. Second symbol can be anything. Third symbol must be A. This is okay. Third symbol must be A. If third symbol is A, we go towards the final state. If third is B, we must go to the dead state. We have to consider the DFA. That is the reason we must define for every input symbol. So this is first state, second state. In the third state, if A comes, if third symbol is A, we'll go towards final. If third symbol is B, dead state. So including dead, how many states? 8 states. 8 is the answer. Easy question. I don't understand why you are unable to solve this question. Next question is this one. Are you copying this? Next. 98. See the 98 question. Consider the language L given by the regular expression A plus B whole star followed by B followed by A plus B over the alphabet A comma B. Full stop. The smallest number of states needed in a deterministic finite state machine accepting L is simply the number of states in the DFA accepting the language represented by this expression. That is the question. The minimum number of states of a DFA over A comma B that accepts all the strings represented by this regular expression is. Now tell me what kind of strings this regular expression will produce. What kind of strings this regular expression will give? Hello, are you trying or not?
Sir, the strings ending with BA or BB.
Say another way. Say in another way. It's good. We have done this similar question. Here, any combination of A and B, A plus B whole star, any combination of A and B, it can be epsilon or only A's or only B's or any combination of A and B, then followed by this B, followed by this B, then after that A or B, after that A or B. So this actually will give all the strings having second symbol as B from right hand side. B as the second symbol from right hand side. This gives all the strings over A and B having B as the second symbol. We did this question. Look at this here. Having A as the second symbol from RHS. Instead of A, now it is B. Okay, now look at this. This is the diagram. That time I told you the minimum number of sets of a DFA over A comma B that accepts all strings having A as the nth symbol from right hand side is 2 power n states. I told you this note. The minimum number of sets of a DFA over that accepts all strings over set A comma B having A as the nth symbol from RHS is 2 power n, whereas LHS is n plus 2. This is LHS having A as the nth symbol. Now come to this one here. This is second symbol. Okay. Now what are the minimum strings here? What is the smallest string? BA or BB. The smallest strings are BA and BB. Except BB. This is for BB. And this is for BA, BA, and complete this. B are here as long as B comes, and in this state A comes. So you can understand this one because already we have done this. This is the 4. So 4 states. 4 is the answer, and the formula is 2 power n. See, A as the n symbol from LHS is n plus 2, RHS is 2 power n. So copy this one if you want. I told you if anybody has any doubts, you can ask me in the group. No one is asking me. Till now, no one has asked any doubts. It seems you are not following my class, or you are not interested. I don't understand. Or you are not understanding my class. What do I understand? Okay, shall we go to next topic, or you want to do more questions? I'm asking you guys, shall we go to next topic? New chapter, grammar. Next chapter is grammar, or do you want to do more questions? Say something.
Next topic, sir.
So you are not interested to do these questions, sir?
No, sir. I haven't tried yet. That's why I'm saying that.
When will you try?
Sir, this week I
When
will
did I
complete.
when did I give these questions? What is going on in your college right now? Some of you are having this subject in this semester. So you are having online classes in that. Which topic is going on?
Push down automata.
Oh, great. So both जल्दी से finish हो रहा है आपका syllabus.
सर वो मतलब सब पढ़ाते हैं, एक एग्जांपल देके फिर हो जाता है।
Or anything, whatever they are doing, finishing syllabus. Okay. So grammar आपको हो गया ना? Hello, boss.
यस।
Yes, sir.
Do you hear me? आपको हो गया ना ग्रामर? You remember anything?
Little.
ग्रामर तो टॉपिक नहीं है।
है सर।
Yes, sir.
ये टॉपिक को सुना है आप?
Yes, sir.
Done. Okay. 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 What is grammar? Guys, we used to write the languages L equal to some A, B, B, A, something like W1, W2, W3, W4. This language is having the strings like this. And all these strings are derived from some set of rules. All these things are derived from some rules, and those rules we call it as a grammar. Okay, a grammar is a set of rules used for deriving the. A grammar is a set of rules used for deriving the strings of a language. Okay, so language will have the strings. It may have finite number or infinite number. All those strings will be derived or produced based on some rules, and those rules we call it grammar. Okay. Now, a grammar generally we represent with G. It is a four tuple. It will have four components. VTPS. V stands for set of non-terminals. It is finite and non-empty set of non-terminals. It will have minimum one and countable, and whatever we take in this V, we call it as non-terminals, or we can call it as variables also. So V is the finite non-empty set of non-terminals, and this is terminals, finite set of terminals. And whatever the symbols in V and whatever the symbols in T, all are different. Means these two sets will not have any common symbols. So V intersection T is always empty. There won't be any common symbol of these two sets. Okay. Generally, the non-terminals, we take the capital letters, capital A, capital B, capital C, or like capital A1, capital A2, like that. So remember, capital letters we will represent for non-terminals, and the set of terminals, small letters, or 0, 1, 2, 3, or plus minus, like that. Okay. So V set of non-terminals, T set of terminals, and this is set of productions, and productions are of the form alpha to beta. Set of productions, it will have countable productions, finite number of productions, maybe 1 or 100 or 1000 or 1 lakh or 1 crore, maybe it can have any number of productions, but it should be countable, and every production will be of the form alpha derives beta. What are alpha and beta, we will see later. And this is, yes, as in the case of finite automata, every finite automata must have the initial state. Means the automata starts from that initial state. Similarly, a grammar may have any number of non-terminals, and one of those will be the start symbol. Suppose capital A, B, C, D are the non-terminals. Then we can define the initial symbol or start symbol. Can be A, or can be B, or can be C, can be D. So out of these non-terminals, one symbol will be start symbol. So generally start S. That is the reason I took S, or you can take any letter, other letter. Okay, na? So it is start symbol, means the grammar must start from this start symbol. Okay, so copy this. So what is this alpha derives beta? I will tell you after copying this. Hello, first you copy this one. Grammar is a set of rules used for deriving the strings of a language. Next, copy this one. Tomorrow also you have the class in the evening, 5 to 7. Next. Now, the productions are of the form alpha derives beta. Productions are of the form alpha derives beta. Here, the left side of the arrow alpha and the right side of the arrow beta. The left side of the arrow alpha and beta, this beta, can be any combinations of these terminals and non-terminals. Here, alpha and beta can be any combinations of both terminals and non-terminals. Okay. There is only one condition, that is, whatever we are taking on the left side of the arrow, that is alpha, must have at least one symbol from V, that is at least one non-terminal. Here alpha must have at least one non-terminal. So what is this? I will tell you with the example. First you copy this one. This one. Number closes in. Okay. See the example. Here, S, A, B are the non-terminals. The capital letters are the non-terminals. And 0 and 1 are the terminals. And productions I will define later. And one of the symbol from the non-terminal must be the star symbol. So out of S, A, B, I took here S as the star symbol. Or even you can say A or B as the star symbol. That is your wish. Okay. So these are the non-terminals and these are the terminals, and productions I will define later, and S is the start symbol. Okay. And look at these productions. Here, the right side of the arrow, there is no condition. For the right side of the arrow, there is no condition. It can have only non-terminals. See, here capital A, capital B, all are non-terminals. And here 0, S1, terminals and non-terminals. Here also terminals and non-terminals. Here also only non-terminal. Here only terminals. Or even it can be epsilon. So the right side of the arrow, it can be anything. There is no condition at all. The right side of the arrow, it can be having only non-terminals or only terminals, or both combination of terminals and non-terminals, or it can be epsilon. Okay. And for the left side also, it can be anything, but minimum one non-terminal. Look at this first production. S is a non-terminal. This A is a non-terminal. B is a non-terminal. In this 0S, it is S is a non-terminal. Here A, 1, B. Here we have A and B non-terminals. And this B to epsilon, it is also non-terminal. But if you see this, here 0, 1, 0 derives ABA. Here in this production, on the left side of the arrow, there is no symbol from S, from this V. There is no non-terminal, either S or A or B. None of them present in the left side of the arrow in this 0, 1, 0, this production. So that is the reason this is not at all a valid production. So right side of the arrow, whether it is terminal or non-terminal or anything, it's okay. But left side of the arrow, minimum one non-terminal is there, should be there. But as it is not having the non-terminal, it is not at all a valid production. So from this product, these productions, I am cancelling this because this is not at all a valid. So copy this example. Whereas the rest, all these productions are valid. Okay, next. L of G, the language derived by the grammar G, L of G. The meaning of this L of G is the language produced by the grammar G, or the language generated by the grammar G, okay, or the language derived by the grammar G. This is not the definition, this is the meaning of L of G. What is L of G? The language derived from the grammar G. Okay, now take this heading. Take this heading. And now take the definition. Take the definition. L of G is the L of G, the strings we represent with W. W is the combinations of only these terminals, not the combination of terminals and non-terminals. It is only the combination of terminals. Okay, see, L of G is the set of terminals. Okay, only the combination of terminals, such that this W is derived from start symbol. See, this W is derived from start symbol. On applying, the star means on applying one or more productions in the grammar G. This means, okay, L of G is the set of terminal strings such that each string is derived from the start symbol on applying one or more productions in the grammar G. Okay, copy this. Okay, now we see the example. Let this is the grammar. S, A, comma, B are the non-terminals, small a, B are the terminals, P is the set of productions, S is the start symbol. Okay, now let these are the productions. Productions are given. S is the start symbol, S derives AA, and A derives AA, and A derives epsilon. A has two productions. One is A derives AA, one is A derives AA, and the other one is A derives epsilon. A has two productions. Similarly, B is also having two productions. One is BB, and other one is B derives epsilon. So these are the total 5 productions given. What is the L of G? Means what is the language that can be derived from this grammar? Okay, now look at this. Here we must start from S. Okay, S production is this one. I have taken this S derives AA, and AA is derived from the start symbol, but we cannot take AA in the language because AA is not completely the terminal string. It is having the non-terminal A. Therefore, we must eliminate A. A, other one is epsilon. In A place, if I substitute epsilon, then A followed by epsilon, the string will be A. So, S derives A. A is the One of the string that can be derived from the start symbol. This grammar. Okay. Next, one more. S there is AA. I took the same production starting symbol, and in A place here, instead of this epsilon, I have substituted this AA here. Okay. Now, so in A place AA, then now in A place I will substitute this epsilon. Then AA for epsilon is AA. This is also a terminal string. It is having terminals only. Now, like that. So here this is terminal string. Now, one more I'll try. Yes, there is AA. In A place I will substitute AA. Again in A place I will substitute AA. Now in this A place I will substitute epsilon. Now triple A by epsilon for epsilon is triple A. So this is also. So like this, in here instead of epsilon again you substitute AA, then epsilon you will get A power 4 and A power 6. So on. So like this, from this grammar you will get A square, A cube, A power 4, A power 5, A power 6, so on. We will get infinite number of A's like this. Okay, do you understand? Here I have substituted epsilon in this A place. Instead of epsilon, you substitute AA. Then in A place, if you go for epsilon, then you will get A power 4. Like that. A power 5, A power 6. These. Now, let's just keep it aside. Keep all these strings aside. Just hold on. Here we have one more non-terminal, which is B. And B's productions are B derives epsilon and B derives BB. So B derives epsilon. Epsilon is a terminal string. Now I will take B derives BB, which is this production. And in this B place, I will substitute epsilon. Then B epsilon is B. Okay, so B is a terminal string. Now, again, look at this. B derives BB is the production. In B place, I will substitute BB. And now in B place, I will substitute epsilon. Then B square is the string. Like that, B derives BB. In B place, BB. Again, in B place, BB. Then in B place, epsilon. Now we will get B cube. So like this, you will get epsilon, B, epsilon, this one, B, this one, B square, B cube. Or instead of epsilon, you substitute BB here, then epsilon, you will get B power 4, B power 5, B power 6, so on. And whereas all these are terminal strings. Epsilon, A square, all these are terminal strings. And B square, B cube, all these are also terminal strings. Then tell me, finally, what are the strings that can be derived from this grammar? 5 square, A cube, so on. And from here, B square, B cube, so on. So finally, what are the strings we can get from this grammar?
Terminal strings.
Are you following? Huh?
Terminal strings
What are they?
means A square. Means A comma B.
A cube, A power 4, so on.
Yes, sir.
No. Okay, good. Guys, look at this. This is the terminal string derived from S. This is also the terminal string derived from S. This is also a terminal string derived from S. Like that, A power 4, A power 5, A power 6. All these are terminal strings and they are derived from S. Therefore, these all strings are belongs to L of G. Okay, and next. Epsilon is a terminal string, B is a terminal string, B square is a terminal string, B cube is a terminal string, and all these B power 4, B power 5, all these are terminal strings. Now, is this epsilon derived from S? Is this B is derived from the start symbol? Is this B square derived from the start symbol? Is this B cube derived from the start symbol? What is L of G? L of G is the set of terminal strings. L of G is the set of terminal strings which are derived from the start symbol. Of course, these epsilon, B square, B cube, all these are terminal strings, but they have not derived from the start symbol. That is the reason they are not belongs to L of G. Okay, even though all these are terminal strings, they are not belongs to L of G because they have not derived from the start symbol. Whereas this A derived from S, this A square derived from S, this A cube derived from S. So all these A square, A cube, so on are derived from S. Therefore, L of G is A square, A cube, A power 4, A power so on, and that is in general representation A power 1, A power 2. So A power n, where n is greater than or equal to 1. This is the language which can be derived from this grammar. Okay, so copy this. Copy this one. While copying, just you write here. After this, here. Even though these all are terminal strings, they have not derived from the start symbol. They have not derived from the start symbol here. Whatever I have selected the strings, not belongs to L of G. These are not belongs to L of G because they have not derived from the start symbol. Okay, next. Copy this one. Finally, this is L of G is this one. A square A cube. So every time whenever I ask the L of G, if a question is given, you have to represent in simple form, in general form like this. Okay, here I will give you some questions, some grammars, you find the language. Okay. Okay, every one of you copied this or not? Now copy these questions. 5 questions I am giving. If G equal to S comma A and S derives AS and epsilon and S is the start symbol, find L of G. Find L of G. All this here also find. 5th question also find L of G. Okay. Copy all questions and try. Give me the answers for all these questions. I'll come there. Okay. Go. Don't disturb. Go and call mommy. No, go.
You go number 4. Okay.
Knowledge. Because for all languages you cannot represent A star A plus like that. That is only possible for regular
A
language.
power n and n is greater than or equal to 0.
Very good. That's good. Guys, listen. This is the first grammar. S derives AS and epsilon. These are the productions. Whenever a grammar is given, first find the smallest string that can be derived from the grammar. S derives epsilon. So it is producing epsilon. So epsilon is the smallest string. Then S has one more production, that is AS. And in S place, if you substitute epsilon, then A for B epsilon, that is A. A is a terminal string and which is derived from S. Next, S derives AS. In S place, again AS. Now in S place, epsilon. Now A for B epsilon is A square. Like that. If I go for one more example, S derives AS is a start symbol. In S place, I will substitute AS. In S place, again, I will substitute AS. Now in S place, I will substitute epsilon. Then this will be A cube. So like this, from this grammar, you will get epsilon, A square, and A cube. So these are the strings. Epsilon, A square, A cube, A power 4, so on. So what is the general form? A power n. This is A power 0, A power 1, A power 2, so on. So A power n, where n is from 0, n greater than or equal to 0. This is the language for the above first question. Okay. So copy this. Next, do the second question. Can anybody give the second one answer?
A to the power 2n
Condition
n,
क्या?
n greater than 0.
Wrong.
Greater than or equal to.
Yes. Okay. Guys, these are the productions. Here also every time you have to go for the search for the smallest one, S d raise epsilon. It is producing epsilon, epsilon is smallest thing. Now, take A, S d raise ASA. In this S place, substitute epsilon, then A epsilon A, that will be A square. Similarly, ASA, next take in S place ASA. Then S place again substitute this ASA. Now in S place substitute epsilon, that is this one. Then you will get A power 4 like that. So epsilon, A square, A power 4, A power 6, A power 8, A power 10. These are the possible strings you will get. So in general, this is even number of A's. That is A power 2n, where n is from 0. So n greater than or equal to 0. Okay. Do you understand? Okay. S derives, S starting production is ASA. And in S place, again we will substitute ASA. Then again in S place, already these two A's, and here also two A's, A square. Now in S place we are substituting ASA. Now these are A cube and this also A cube. So A cube, and now in S place I will substitute epsilon, and this is A cube. A cube, epsilon, A cube, this is A power 6. So like this, it will give even number of A's. So A power 2n, n greater than or equal to 0. Copy this one. Next, third one answer.
A, AB whole to the power n such that n is greater than equal to 1.
Wrong.
So A power n, B power n, and n is greater than 0.
Right. That's good. Remaining also right. Hey, Akmal, ASB and AB. These are the productions. So every time you have to go for smallest one, that is AB. Okay, and take ASB, this one. In S place, substitute AB, this one. Then what will you get? A square B square. Similarly, S there is ASB. Then in S place, in this S place, again ASB. Now S place AB. So this is A cube B cube. So you understand? ASB, then S place ASB, again AB, A cube B cube. Like this, the strings we get from this grammar are AB, A square B square, A cube B cube, A power 4 B power 4, A power 5 B power 5, so on. So in general, that is A power n, B power n, n greater than 0 or n greater than or equal to 1. Next. What is the answer for this? Fourth question. Anybody? Fourth question answer. S there is SS. So SS it can produce. So take SS in first S place. If you take SS, then S cube. Take this one SS in first S place SS. Again in this first S place SS. Then it will give S power 4, S power 5, S power 6, so on. So here the smallest string is S square, then S cube, S power 4, S power 5, like that. So L of G is this one, S square, S cube, S power 4, S power 5. Very good. These all strings are derived from this S, but are all these strings terminal strings? What is L of G? L of G is the set of terminal strings which are derived from the start symbol. Of course, S square is derived from S, S cube is derived from start symbol, S power 4 is also derived from the start symbol, but they are not the terminal strings. That is the reason this grammar cannot give any terminal string, because here S cannot be eliminated. S don't have any terminal productions. Therefore, as S cannot be eliminated, this grammar cannot derive any string. So simply L of G is 5. L of G is empty. Simply 5. समझ गया? Hello?
Yes.
Yes, sir.
Next question. Yes, as S cannot be eliminated because it is not having any terminal productions. Therefore, it cannot derive any terminal string. Therefore, L of G is empty. This is the last question, fifth one. Find L of G. Yes, A, B are the terminals. Sorry, not terminals. Small a, B terminals. And these are the productions. So tell me the L of G. So most probably Monday morning I will start the push down automata. Tomorrow the grammar will be completed. One more concept is there, context free languages. That is a small topic. If it is finished or if it is not finished, by Monday it will be finished. So most probably Monday I can start the push down automata. So Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, those 3 days push down automata will be completed. If I can complete this push down automata for in the next week, by the next week I will complete the TOC. That is flat theory of combination. So what is the answer for this? Guys, tell me.
So a power m, b power n, and n is greater than or equal to 0.
A power
N, b power n, and n is greater than or equal to 0.
no. Anybody?
So a power m, b power m, and n comma m is greater than or equal to 0.
Yes, that's good. Hello guys, here S is the start symbol and its production is AB. A's productions are AA and epsilon, B's productions are BB and epsilon. Let us take, for a while, let us take A as the start symbol. If A is the start symbol, it can derive epsilon. Or A derives AA because it is given. A derives AA. In A place epsilon, then it will be A. Similarly, A derives AA, then A derives again A plus AA. Then in A plus epsilon, we will get A square. So the possible strings we can get from A are epsilon, A square, A cube. Okay, see, I take A in A place AA, then this A place again AA, then this A place again AA. Then to eliminate this A, I will substitute epsilon. And what will be the string? This will be A cube. So like this, from A, you will get epsilon, A square, A cube, A power 4, A power 5, A power 6, so on infinite. So in general, this is A power m greater than or equal to 0 if A is the start symbol. Okay, similarly, we B's productions B derives BB and epsilon. So I am taking B derives epsilon and B derives BB. In B plus epsilon, it will produce B. Similarly, B derives BB, then B plus BB, then B plus epsilon, it gives B square. So like this. From B, if B is the start symbol, now from B you will get epsilon, B, B square, B cube, B power 4, B power 5, so on. So in general, B power n greater than or equal to 0. The strings, if B is the start symbol, the strings that can be derived from this B's productions are epsilon, B, B square, B cube, so on, which is B power n greater than or equal to 0. Here, neither A nor B are the start symbols. Actually, S is the start symbol. Its production is AB. That is what I am writing here. S derives AB. Through A, S derives A. S derives AB. In A place, you can get substitute epsilon or A, then A epsilon A square, A cube. So through A, the strings you can get are A power m. And through B, the strings you can get are B power n. So A power m, B power n, where m comma n greater than or equal to 0. Here A's and B's may or may not be equal. A's can be more or B's can be more or they can be equal. See, A power 4, B power 5 can be there, or A power 4, B power 4 can be there, or A power 4, B power 3 can be there. So A's can be more or B's can be more or they both can be equal. That is the reason one is A power m and the other one is B power n. So this is the final. This is the answer. Okay, copy this one. Next. So till now, if a grammar is given, we have constructed the language, or we have found the language. So grammar to language. If a grammar is given, what is the language? Now we do the reverse. If a language is given, what is the corresponding grammar? Okay. Now take the question. Heading: construction of a grammar for a given language. That is the heading. Construction of a grammar for a given language. Take the question. Construct a grammar which can generate all palindromes over set A, B. Construct a grammar which can generate all palindromes over A, B. Now, what is palindrome? So from left side or right side, the string, if you read the string from left side or right side, it will be the same. Okay. Or nth symbol from left hand side and nth symbol from the right hand side will be the same. Example, ABA is a palindrome, AA is a palindrome, AAA is a palindrome, BAB is a palindrome, ABBA is a palindrome, and this is a palindrome. Okay. Like this, there will be infinite number of palindromes. Infinite number of palindromes. And A is a palindrome, B itself is a palindrome, and the smallest palindrome is epsilon. So, whenever you are constructing a grammar, take the smallest strings. These are the smallest strings, A, B, epsilon. So, take the smallest strings as a production. That is, S dere A is a production, S dere B is a production, S dere epsilon is a production. Here I wrote S dere A is one production, S dere B and S dere. These are the three productions. So whenever a grammar is given, first find the smallest strings, and those smallest strings you take as productions. Here these are the productions: S dere A, S dere B, S dere epsilon. Now, to get these remaining all productions, remember, whenever the right side, the symbol before and after the non-terminal, here S before A, S after A. So the symbols before and after, if they both are same, they generate palindrome. See, here S dere is A, S A, S before and S after A, and S dere is B, S B, S before and S after same. So these two productions can give palindromes over A and B. So finally the productions for this grammar are ASA, BSB, and A and B epsilon. Let us check whether this grammar will give really the palindrome or not. Okay. Here I am taking S as the start symbol. S dere is ASA. In S place, to eliminate S, we can substitute epsilon. In S place, if we substitute epsilon, this production, then it will be AA, is a palindrome. Or in S place, if I substitute A, then AAA is a palindrome. Or in S place, if I substitute this B, then AB is a palindrome. Or in S place, if you substitute again ASA, this production, this whole production, then you will get this ASA. Okay. Now, in S place, again you can substitute epsilon or B or A, or now you substitute BSB. then S place C. Whatever we are getting here, AAB, and in this direction also it is AAB. And S place again you can go for epsilon or A or B or again ASA. Then if I substitute ASA, then it is AABA and this is also AABA like this. Or S place again, whatever. So whatever we get before S and after S, it will be in the reverse order. If you don't believe, I will give you one more example, one more derivation. Okay. So see, S derives. This time I will start with BSB. And in S place again BSB. Now in S place I will substitute ASA. See, this is BBA and in this direction also BBA. And now again substitute ASA in S place. So look at this. This is BBAA and this also BBAA. Now in S place again you substitute. This time you substitute already. This is BBAA. Now in S place substitute BSB and here we have AAA BB. So look at this. This is BBAAB and this is also BBAAB. And S you can eliminate with epsilon or A or B. So like this. So remember, whenever S before and S after, S before A, S after A, S before B, S after B. So this gives palindromes over A and B. And finally the grammar is S is the only start symbol, S is the only non-terminal we require, and A and B are the terminals, and productions P we see later, and S is the only non-terminal, that is the start symbol. And the productions are ASA, BSB and AB epsilon. So this is the final grammar for this palindromes. Okay, copy this guys. So these are the palindromes examples. Maths book, mathematics. Next, copy this. So whatever I wrote in the box, this one, this is the final answer. So these are the examples. You need not to copy these examples. Okay. Now we will do. So this is construction of a grammar for a given language. Now,
No, sir.
copy, take the question. Consider a grammar for the following languages. Consider a grammar for the following languages. Take this W1, WC. This is C. WC, W transpose. Where W transpose means reverse of W. This is where W is belongs to AB whole star. Copy this one. WC, W transpose. Next, A power N. A power N. N greater than or equal to 0. L2. A power N, N greater than or equal to 0. Did you copy this one? WC, W transpose. Then L2. a power n. Then L3 a power 2n, a power 2n n greater than 0. A power 2 L3 a power 2n n greater than 0. Then L4 a power n b power n n greater than or equal to 0. L4 a power n. This is L2. L3 is a power 2n n greater than 0. L2 is a power n n greater than or equal to 0. L3 is n greater than 0. That is a power 2n. Next L4 a power n b power n n greater than or equal to 0. Next L5 a power 2n, a power 2n, sorry, a power n b power 2n, a power n b power 2n n greater than or equal to 0. L5. And L6 a power m b power n, a power m b power n, where m comma n greater than or equal to 0. And L7 a power m b power n m greater than n greater than 0. L6 is, this is L6 a power m b power n m comma n greater than or equal to 0, m comma n greater than or equal to 0, where L7 is a power m b power n m greater than n greater than